We're continuing our vocal warm-up now with breathing. If you haven't already gone through the stretching and posture warm-ups, do that now because everything builds on that. So start with your singing posture, feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, spine tall and elongated, sternum up, shoulders relaxed and down. Spine is stretching upward and your neck is stretching upward, but there's no tension here. Your head is just balanced on top of your neck. Take a moment and find that, and then breathe in through your nose. And breathe out. Close your eyes and imagine you're smelling your favorite smell. It's a flower or a food or a perfume. Breathe in. Feel everything open up. And then sigh. Again, breath should relax. It should rejuvenate. It should remove tension. If you're breathing and it's tense, that's not a good thing. Breathe in one more time through your nose. Now yawn. And you notice everything starts to stretch out right here. When you yawn, your throat relaxes, your jaw drops, and the inside of your mouth gets bigger. So let's talk about that. Right here we have muscles that control our jaw. And when we breathe, when we sing, we want these to be as relaxed as possible. In our neck, we have muscles that control our neck. We want those to be relaxed too. And right here, we have our voice box or our larynx. And both guys and girls have one. It's just positioned a little bit differently. And when you yawn or swallow, you will feel it move. If you can't feel it, just put your hand there and swallow. And you'll feel it move. When you yawn, it lowers down and it relaxes your voice. We want it to be as relaxed as possible so that we don't hurt ourselves singing, so we have the best voice possible. Just like an athlete doesn't want their muscles to cramp up and tense up, we don't want any of this to have tension that it doesn't need. So again, go back to your posture. Breathe in through your nose and then yawn and feel all of this relax. Hopefully you're starting to feel that sense of relaxation there. The other thing that happens when you yawn is your mouth gets bigger and more open on the inside. You may not realize it, but you can change the shape and the size of the inside of your mouth. To test it, take your tongue and put it on your top front teeth. Now, move it back a little bit. You'll feel a bumpy part of your mouth. Move it back again. You'll feel a hard, smooth part of your mouth. We call this your hard palate. Move it back again, and you'll find a soft, squishy part. That's your soft palate. And your soft palate, singers can raise up and create more space in your sound. Here's what I mean. If my soft palate is really low, there's no space in my mouth and the sound has to come out my nose. But as I start to raise my soft palate, it changes the way I sound. And if I raise it up really high, it gives me a very different quality to my sound. My sound seems fuller, vibrant, louder. It projects more. It's more resonant. That's the kind of sound quality we want. So by raising your soft palate up, you're going to have a much better vocal tone. If you drop your soft palate too much, you get this, and no one wants to hear a whole choir of people singing like this. It's just not fun. So to test this out, take your tongue and put it back on your soft palate, and you're going to yawn. That's a good yawn. Did you feel it rise up? If your tongue was touching your soft palate before, when you yawned, it raised up out of the reach of your tongue. By practicing, you can raise that up as high as you need to without having to yawn. Take a moment and see if you can do that. Raising your eyebrows helps. If that's not working, you can also imagine that you just took a bite of something really hot. Put it in the microwave, you can't wait to eat it, you take a bite, and then you go, I don't know why we shake our hands, but we just shake our hands. So you go, and there's all this space in your mouth as your mouth is trying to get as far away from the burning thing as possible. When you do that, you raise your soft palate. So either of those tricks, and sometimes people even just breathing in through their nose, can raise your soft palate. And with enough practice, you'll be able to do it on command. That's going to make a huge, huge difference to the sound that you can produce. Now, let's talk more about the breath that happens after you do that. As you breathe in, you don't want this to change shape and raise up. If you do, you're constantly changing the shape of your instrument, and that's not going to help you out. So instead, you breathe in, and it goes lower and expands outward. And we'll talk more about that in the next video.